Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the vlog. Hello you guys, it's Charlotte. Welcome back to the vlog. I have not said those words in so long. I have not filmed a video in the entire month of May. I barely posted during May. I'm sure you guys have noticed I was super inactive over on my Instagram and my TikTok also. I just have not been feeling like myself at all. I haven't for the entire month of May. I really kind of didn't for like the second half of April either. I've just been in a slump, but we're coming into June and I'm kind of tired of feeling like I'm in a slump. Like I want to get back to feeling like myself. So we are starting that process in this video. This is going to be my June reset vlog. I'm very excited to film this video. I didn't even end up doing a reset vlog for May. Like that's how long it's been. So I'm really excited for this video to just reset, kind of like get back to feeling like I'm in charge of my life, get back to feeling like life is good, just overall kind of like reset the vibes, get back to good vibes, prep for summer, like pick myself up out of the dumps, if you will. If you guys are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Charlotte. I'm a lifestyle and productivity vlogger here on YouTube. I live in Washington, DC. I just moved here. I kind of need to stop saying I just moved here because it's been like almost 6 months. I moved here at the end of January, so I kicked off 2024 with moving for the first time. I do a lot of like corporate lifestyle, productivity, routine kind of content, what it's like to be a post-grad 20-something, sort of like figuring the world out. I haven't been doing them as frequently in 2024, but usually I do these monthly reset vlogs every single month to start the month on a good note, just kind of like getting my life reset, setting some goals, all of that good stuff. This video is going to be a little bit different than my typical monthly reset format. Usually when I do these monthly resets, I focus on resetting my apartment, like resetting my space, and then kind of like setting goals and doing all that good stuff. This time it's going to be a little bit more like broader umbrella, like big picture resetting my life. Like there are just a bunch of things that I've been putting off for like quite honestly the entire month of May that it's just time to like take care of it, go do it, like be an adult. So we're gonna be doing those in this video as well, in addition to some of the stuff that I normally do, like cleaning up my apartment and kind of like setting some goals and stuff for June. First things first, one of the like big girl things that I need to do is go get my oil changed. My like service light has been on in my car for like a month and a half and I just haven't done anything about it. But today, because I'm taking back control of my life, I made a service appointment to go get my oil changed at the car dealership. So we are gonna head out and do that first things first in this vlog. And then when we come back, we will get started with cleaning up my apartment a little bit. It's not too bad right now, but there are a few things that I wanna do that I just haven't done. And then we'll kind of go from there. So welcome to the vlog. I'm so excited to be filming this. I'm so excited to be bringing you guys along. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what videos you guys wanna see from me this summer. But without any further ado, let's go downstairs to the garage, grab my car, and head to the dealership and kickstart this reset vlog.
Nobody told me to settle down. Late nights and late nights don't get around, but there's something about you, something about you I like, about you I like.
Alright gang, we are back from the car dealership. It is 7 p.m. I've only got about an hour, like 45 minutes really, of daylight left. We are gonna speed clean this apartment. My hair, I thought it wasn't that greasy when I woke up this morning, and it actually was. So please just don't look at that. Just don't look at it. It's not that bad right now. Like it's not horrible. It's been worse. It's definitely been worse. Last weekend I cleaned my apartment because I went out of town for the weekend. I went actually back home to Maine to see my family for Memorial Day. So I cleaned my apartment before going home. So it's not a complete train wreck, which is super nice. And I also feel like not typical for me. I feel like my apartment is usually a train wreck. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna set a 30-minute timer and we're just gonna get done as much as we can in 30 minutes. Things that I need to do: clean my table, clean my kitchen, clean my bedroom, although really it's just my bed that has some stuff on it. I also got new sheets, so I want to change my sheets. We're setting expectations low for 30 minutes because I don't know, you know, if all of that is gonna get done. at the same time, or if that's gonna have to be like a this weekend project. But we're gonna try our best. Let's start out here. We're gonna start in like the living room and the kitchen, clean this place up. We're gonna set my 30-minute timer and just go from there.
I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better. Too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better, yeah. I get too drunk and too...
I'm so excited. Oh my god. There's truly nothing like a freshly made bed. You know what I mean? Okay, y'all, I am so excited. I just put the new sheets on my bed. These are from Brooklinen. Thank you to Brooklinen for sponsoring this video. I've wanted to work with them for so long. I think these look so good. This is like the perfect like refresh and change that I've been craving. These are all part of the linen hardcore sheet bundle. The washed linen hardcore bundle has everything that you need for your bed, including a fitted sheet, a flat sheet, a duvet cover, and 4 pillowcases. So these sheets and the duvet cover on top are 100% linen, made in Portugal. If you guys didn't know, linen is like the lightest fabric that you can have for sheets. These linen sheets are moisture wicking. They keep you cool at night, which is perfect for me. Like I mentioned, I live in DC and it gets really hot and really humid here in DC. So it's very important to me going into the summer that I have a nice, cool, breathable set of sheets on my bed. Here is a little close-up of what the sheets look like. For the actual sheets themselves, I got them in this little cream color, and then for the duvet I got it in this like beigey kind of sand color, and I think they look so good. I think it's perfect to like I said, brighten up this space, like make it more ready for summer. So I chose to go with like lighter neutral colors, but Brooklinen also offers patterns and bright colors if you guys are wanting to go kind of like the opposite direction that I did. Maybe you have neutral sheets right now and you're looking to switch to something brighter and more fun or a colorful pattern for summer. Brooklinen just came out with a bunch of new seasonal colors and patterns on their website, so you have endless possibilities to choose from when you're looking for your new Brooklinen sheets. When you get the hardcore linen bundle, you get 20% off automatically, and on top of that, you can stack an extra 15% off discount using my link in the description below. So everyone that clicks on the link below will get 15% off their order at Brooklinen. I am so excited to sleep on these sheets tonight though. This is my first set of Brooklinen sheets. I've seen all of my favorite creators have worked with Brooklinen in the past, and they always have such positive things to say. Brooklinen also has the most 5-star reviews of any bedding company. They have like over 10,000 5-star reviews. So I am like jazzed to sleep on these sheets tonight. So don't forget, if you guys want to get some new Brooklinen sheets for yourself, I've got a 15% off discount code for you in the description. And another shout out and thank you to Brooklinen for sponsoring this video. All right, my 30-minute timer is up, but if I don't do this now, I'll never do it. I think I mentioned I went out of town for Memorial Day, and I am a notoriously bad unpacker. Like, if I don't take care of this suitcase now, it'll sit here for another 2 weeks. So we're gonna take care of this now.
If only you knew I would die.
that take like 30 seconds to do. And I'm like, not gonna do that for 2 weeks. Like, I always make it a bigger deal in my head. I'm like, oh, I have to unpack my suitcase, and it becomes like this thing. And then I do it and it takes me 3.5 minutes. Like, I don't know, man. I wish I had an answer. If I knew why I did it, I wouldn't do it. There we go, gang. The apartment is clean. Got fresh sheets on my bed. I've got fresh oil in my car. I also just realized that I've had my AC off this entire video. It gets like too chilly, so I turn it off, but then I start sweating and I'm like, why is it so hot in here? It's 78 degrees in here right now. So I just turned my AC on so that would cool it down a little. It's so, the lighting, it's like sunset, golden hour right now. It's quite glorious. Not great for filming. There's a lot of shadows happening. So in my past reset vlogs, this is where I would usually do what I call like the mental reset portion of the video. But as we've discussed, this isn't a typical reset video, so I'm not gonna do it as like formally as I normally do. I'm not gonna update my Notion or anything like that. I'm just gonna kind of like set some intentions for June. It's not gonna be anything like big and grand. I wanna go slowly back into like my good habits rather than like jumping into the deep end and then burning out and then getting back into a rut. I'm thinking if I like go slowly, start like getting slowly back into my good habits and my journaling and my intentions and all that good stuff, it'll be more likely to stick. So that's kind of the plan. Okay, so I will put a screen recording right here. You guys can see the last thing I have in here is my April goals and intentions, because like we all saw, I didn't do them for May. I didn't do anything for May. It's been so long since I've even thought about these. Plan and produce content ahead of time. I don't remember. Catch up on replying to comments. I did do that. I went through a period of time where I was just like horrible about responding to comments. I don't know. I was like, it got into a vicious cycle where I was like, oh my God, I need to respond to comments. And then I would get overwhelmed at how many comments there were to respond to. And then I would avoid it because I was overwhelmed, and then I would not respond to comments. And then there would be more piling up that I hadn't responded to. It was truly a vicious cycle. But I did respond to a bunch of comments on my last like few videos, so I think I'm caught up. Move my body every day. I don't remember, that was almost 2 months ago at this point. Be an adult, pay taxes, get car insurance. I did do both of those things. I also had to buy a new camera. I'm currently filming on my new camera because I think it was in my April reset vlog that my old camera just died out of nowhere. Read 3 books. Definitely didn't do that in April. However, I have been reading more. We'll talk about that after this. We'll do a quick little book club. Sunset book club. But we'll set my June habits first. So let's go ahead and delete all of these. See you later. June instead of April. For June, we are picking a beach emoji. I don't know why, but this little like beach with a little umbrella emoji just screams June to me. And like I said, we're gonna go kind of like slower with this. So I'm not gonna set a ton of goals because I want it to be like easy and attainable so that I can kind of like at the end of the month feel good about like achieving my goals, and then that'll incentivize me to keep going with the goal setting and self-improvement and all of that stuff. I'm also gonna break a rule that I typically follow with goal setting, and that is I try and set like measurable goals so that by the time I get to the end of the month and we're kind of going back through my old goals and seeing like whether or not I achieved them, it's easy to say like, oh yes, I did this, or no, I didn't do this. So like, for example, I always try to say like, read X number of books rather than like read more. Like I try to make it measurable and tangible. But for some of these, I think I'm just gonna make it more of like a standard like wish list item, like an intention rather than like a measurable goal. Cause that way, I don't know, that's just kind of the vibe that I'm feeling like for June, so I'm not gonna think about it too hard. So first up, I'm gonna say recommit to social media. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I've been so bad about posting on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I've just been super inactive and I missed it a lot, so I want to recommit myself to posting on my social media. I think we'll set 3. I think 3 is a good place to start. Another thing that I've noticed I've started doing again that I got out of the habit of for a really long time, and then I fell back into this habit during May, is I go on my phone first thing in the morning. And I know that that's so bad for you. and I need to stop doing it, but I can't figure out a way to get myself to stop doing it. It used to be that I would sleep with my phone across the room, but that's not really an option anymore. A lot of people were saying like for safety reasons, I should have my phone right next to me, and like I agree. But because I've been keeping my phone right next to me, like charging right next to my bed, I will have my alarm go off in the morning and then I'll just immediately start scrolling. So I think instead of trying to like quit cold turkey, I'm gonna just try and use more like productive apps in the morning instead of going on social media. Kind of set up like a baby step program. For a while, there were like 3 shining weeks last summer when I would wake up and I would journal first thing in the morning and I wouldn't touch my phone for like an hour, and it was great. And I wanna get back to that point. So I think what I'm gonna do is set my goal to be using Finch first thing in the morning rather than social media. If you guys don't know what Finch is, it's like a self-care journaling type of app. I love it. I've been using it for like 3 years, 2 years, I think 3. I just had my 3-year anniversary not too long ago. So we'll say Finch over social media in the mornings. Walk with me here. Here's the roadmap. Right now, wake up, first thing, go on my phone, go on social media. If we can switch that to wake up, first thing, go on your phone, go on your self-care app. You're still on your phone, you're not really breaking that habit. Like, it's still a habit that you're in, but it's a small change. So then you get in the habit of journaling on your phone in the mornings. Okay? Maybe you do that for half an hour. Maybe then, because that's not as stimulating for your brain as social media, maybe after a few weeks, I'm only on there for 10 minutes in the morning rather than 30 or 15 or whatever. Like the amount of time that I'm on it decreases so that I'm not using my phone as much. Then I'm in the habit of wake up, start journaling virtually. It's easier then to go from wake up journaling virtually to wake up journaling on paper. You're not really changing the journaling right when you wake up mindset. You're still journaling first thing in the morning, you're just changing whether you do it on your phone or you do it on your actual physical journal. Then all of a sudden you've broken the habit of going on your phone first thing in the morning by making these teeny little baby steps. That's the vision. I'm gonna change this first one to recommit to posting on social media because I just realized what those two things looked like next to each other. Recommit to social media and stop using social media in the mornings. Could get a little murky. Okay, for my third and final goal, again, I wanna make it attainable. In the past, I've said things like read 3 books or read 5 books or whatever. I think I'm gonna put just like reading over phone at night, right? Like we're dumbing it down. We're making it idiot-proof for myself. We're making it Charlotte-proof. Because that's another thing that I've been in the habit of. I used to read every night. Like I wasn't even interested in going on my phone at night. I was interested in reading. And I've gotten out of that habit. And I've really been, I think like the root of the issue that I had in May, I know that the root of the issue that I was having in May was my phone. I just like let it take over. I let it consume me. Those are my 3 goals for June. Simple, easy, not sexy, but that's kind of the whole point of this video is like the baby steps to get back to where I was. That's another thing that I feel like people don't talk about. Like people say all the time, it's like progress isn't linear. But anyway, those are my goals and intentions for June. The sun has officially gone down. That's how long I've been yapping. But also shout out to Washington, D.C. because it's currently 8:30 p.m. and it's still blue skies out there. Like this is fabulous. To wrap up this video though, we are going to do my little book club. I didn't do book club in May, which honestly is kind of fine because I didn't really have any updates. But this time I have updates. I have read books and I have reviews for them and I am excited to share that with you guys because I love book club. I know a lot of you guys also love book club. So before the light completely dies in my apartment, we are going to head over to the floor. It's book club tradition to sit on the floor and we're going to chat about some books and wrap up this reset vlog. All right, gang, welcome to the floor. Welcome to book club. I'm very excited. We have a stack this month. I feel like I haven't had a stack of books to talk about in a long time. Starting off, we are gonna go over some of the books that I have recently read. First up, we have What Alice Forgot by Liane Moriarty. I have been reading this book since January and I finally finished it in May. I read this from January 30th to May 10th. Quick reader over here. I usually am, but I don't know what it was about this book. What did I rate it? I rated this 4 stars. I think my main beef with this book though was that it was easy to put down. The plot in the very beginning and the very ending were interesting, but the middle part was just super duper slow and very repetitive. Overall though, like I said, 4 stars. I like it. It was good. Also, I will link my Goodreads down below. So many of you guys have requested to be friends on Goodreads, which I think is so fun. So if you guys are on Goodreads, I will link my account down below if anyone wants to be friends on Goodreads. Next up, we have Hate Mail by Donna Marchetti. I've had this book for a few months. I got it off of, no, I ordered this off Amazon. This was a new release in March. But I read this in 5 days, which is way more typical for me. I read this from May 21st to the 26th. Technically, I think it was the 25th because I like stayed up late reading it to finish it, but this book was so good. This was kind of a return to form for me. It was like fluffy book talk type romance. But I don't know, I thought it was well written. It was very engaging. I read it in 5 days, so obviously I liked it. I'm pretty sure I gave this 5 stars. It was just cute. It was a nice little like young adult romance. I feel like I've been in a reading slump, and I feel like this book is helping me get out of my reading slump. Next up, we have The Guest List by Lucy Foley. This book has been recommended to me by a number of friends. I started reading this a few weeks ago. I think I got like 1 chapter in, and then I was like, murder mystery is not really the vibe right now. But I do think I want to read this at some point. I don't know if it'll actually happen in June. Here's the tough thing. I really like murder mysteries. I think they're really engaging. I think they're really good. I think they're really entertaining to read. However, I get spooked very easily. Like I don't know what it is. I just get spooked. Like I get scared. And back in college, I was living with 3 other people. So if I got spooked, if I got scared, like it wasn't a big deal because I could just go out in the living room and hang out with them. And now that I live alone, I don't really want to get spooked while I'm here by myself. Cause like in college, my roommates were there. Like my roommates were home with me. So I could kind of like, I don't know, like lean on them if I got scared, or like even just like be comforted by the knowledge that like I wasn't home alone. Same thing when I was living back with my parents. Like someone was always there. So I was like, I can read something creepy because if I get spooked, it's not a big deal because I'm not alone. Now I'm alone. And I just feel like I don't want to spook myself on purpose by reading something creepy. But at the same time, can y'all quiet down out there? Like I was saying. But at the same time, I'm very intrigued. We'll see about this one. I don't know. I'm thinking as long as I read it while it's daylight out, I should be fine. Read while it's daylight, watch a cartoon afterwards, and I'll be fine. Next up, we have another book that I'm actively reading. This is One Last Shot by Betty. I'm so sorry, Betty. I think I'm gonna butcher your last name. Betty C. I'm gonna give her the dignity of not messing up her last name. It's Coyote? I don't know. I'm sorry, Betty. Betty C. Otherwise known as Betty's Book List on TikTok and Instagram. Basically, Betty is a content creator and she reviews books on her social media, and she published her own novel. This came out in 2023, I think. Or was it this? Oh, it was 2024. So this is a new book, and I bought this to support a fellow content creator. I started reading this on the plane ride back from Maine, so I'm not very far in yet, but this is a cute like second chance romance novel, and I love it. I get to support a fellow content creator by buying this book. Okay, and then lastly, this is a book that I have not started, but I want to read in June, along with One Last Shot and potentially The Guest List. This is called The Comeback Summer. This is by Allie Brady. This looks like a cute, like, women's literature kind of book. I got this last year. Haven't read it yet because it felt wrong to read a book about summer during the winter. Same way you wouldn't read a book about Christmas in June. But this looks cute, kind of fun. We'll see if I get to it in June or if I push it back for July or August or sometime later in the summer. I also just recently ordered 2 more books because I just cannot help myself. I don't know if both of these books will be June books or not, but oh well. Based on the rate that I've been reading, probably not. So I don't have them physically, but I'll put pictures on screen. I got Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. I heard such good things about it when this book came out. It was super popular. I watched like clips of the TV show on TikTok. It looks so good. I'm excited to read that when it comes in. And then I also got a book called See You Yesterday by Rachel Lynn Solomon. This is like a Groundhog Day time loop type of book, which is kind of like one of my favorite like subgenres, is like things that have to do with time. One of my all-time favorite books is called The 7-Year Slip. That one is also sort of like about a time loop. I just love that, like, I don't, like subgenre, I guess, I don't know. So both of those books are hopefully going to be coming in the next 2 or 3 days. Again, whether I actually read them in June or not, TBD. That is book club. That's the longest book club I feel like we've had in a few months. And that is also gonna do it for this June reset vlog. I feel good. I can't believe that June is already coming up. Like, this year is going by so fast. I can't even talk about it. Like, 2024 is going by so fast. Thank you to everyone that stuck around during my little impromptu hiatus during the month of May. I am very, very excited to be getting back to posting consistently during June and beyond, both on here on YouTube and on my Instagram and my TikTok. If you guys don't follow me over on those platforms, head over there, follow me on there, because I'm gonna try to be more consistent. Another huge shout out and thank you to Brooklinen for sponsoring this video. Don't forget, if you guys want to check out Brooklinen for yourself, you can click the link down below to get 15% off your order. I personally am about to go wash my hair and then dive into my brand new linen sheets. So that is gonna wrap up this reset vlog. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on it for me down below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. Oh my god, it got dark in here.